Greetings once again to my fellow watch enthusiasts on YouTube and Facebook and wherever else this video will be seen and shared. It's Lean Driver once again. Not doing an unboxing today, not doing a review today. I'm doing the much asked for state of the collection videos. I enjoy doing these videos. I'm not really trying to show off. I'm not really trying to brag or anything, but I've amassed a pretty nice collection of watches, I think, and I think every once in a while, every watch enthusiast wants to show their collection off, and I'm going to do that. And I'm going to do that in 3 videos. This is the first one. This is the everything that is not Seiko or Zelos video. And as you can see, that covers a pretty good number of watches all by itself. What is that? 3, 6, 9, 12. No, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. That's 15 watches. Looks like. Yeah, all right, we'll go with that. This video might run a little long. I'm just going to go over each watch individually, but as you can imagine, with 15 watches on the table here, that's going to take a minute. But bear with me. So this will be video number 1, everything not Seiko and not Zelos. The next video that'll come along will be everything Seiko, and then the last one will be everything Zelos. And then that'll be it. So this is state of collection as of February 2020. So if you're watching this a few years later, it's probably changed. Anyway, let's take a pick. Where are we going to go? Let's go here first. Let's go with this beautiful vintage Bulova. This watch is a Bulova Accutron. It's a space view. Obviously, you can see the inner mechanism of the Accutron works with the tuning fork and the coils. And this watch is, these Accutrons are electrical. They're not quartz, they're not mechanical, they're not automatics. They are electric watches. They are powered by a battery back here. And this is the crown right here. And as you can see, that second hand sweeps very smoothly. No tick, tick, tick. This is electrical current, and the timing of the watch is set by this tuning fork that you can see in the middle here. I have 2 of these left. I had many of these at one time. I've whittled it down to 2. The 2 I like the best. This one is the oldest watch in my collection. This dates from 1961. And it still works. All you gotta do every once in a while is change the battery, and these things eat batteries like a fat man eats potato chips. I don't know, I'm a fat guy. And it just keeps going. I mean, it's a beautiful watch. It is an actual production Accutron, as I'll explain what that means in a minute. It is a 14 karat white gold case. It says so on the back right there, if you can read it. And as you can see, it is in really, really good shape. I bought this from a guy named Robert Pike, or Bob Pike. He has a website, mybob.net. All he does is work on, restore, and sell Accutrons. That's all he does. Well, he may do more than that, but that's his business. That's the only watch he works on. That's the only watch he restores. It's the only watch he sells. And I bought this from him. My other Accutron is a watch that does not actually exist. I mean, you can see it here. You can see that I'm touching it and so on. But it is a watch that Bulova never made. Yes, I pronounce it Bulova, not Bulova. You know, I'm sorry. Bulova sounds silly to me. I'm not going to say that anymore. It's Bulova. This is a railroad Accutron. Now, as you may or may not know, Accutrons were used by railroads to keep on time because they are highly accurate. This is a railroad style Accutron. You can see it as a 24-hour track inside of the 12-hour track. And you can see it says railroad approved there. Now, the reason that this watch was never made is because this is a 14-karat yellow gold case with an Accutron movement. And this one, I believe, dates from 1962. Maybe 63. I have to... anyway. I asked Bob if such a watch ever existed, and he said no, but he had an alpha case in 14-karat yellow gold, and he would be happy to build me a railroad Accutron 14-karat yellow gold case. I said yes, please, and a few weeks later, it was delivered to my house. It's in beautiful shape. These things are very small. I mean, this is, I believe, 35 millimeter, as is the yellow gold one there. So, not big by modern standards, but they work well. They're not bad for formal occasions. Okay, moving on. Next, one of my two Breitlings. This is my first Breitling. This is a Breitling Aerospace. It is an Anti-Digi watch. And oh, by the way, all these watches that you'll see have their own specific video with all the geeky stuff, the measurements, the demonstrations of how they work, and so on and so on. So if you see a watch, go back to my channel, through my channel videos, and look for the watch that's there, the watch video that's there, and you can see a detail. Or I mean, if I go into high detail on this is going to be an hour-long video, and you're going to hate me. But this is my first Breitling, titanium case, titanium bracelet, analog digital, as I said. It works perfectly. It keeps great time. I just love this watch to death. My second Breitling was a Grail watch. I wanted a Navitimer forever. I love the look of the Navitimer. I love the blues especially. I love the blue face. I love the triple contrasting color subdials, the piston style pushers, or pump style if you prefer. I love the business of the dial. I love the inside, the slide rule, the circular slide rule that I will never be able to learn how to use and don't really care to, but I love the look of it. And I searched for a long time. I saved money. I searched for a long time for the right Breitling Navitimer. I learned about the Twin 60 with the very nice styled numerals and it was a 1 year only production. I never thought I'd actually find one, but I did find one, and I made it my own. And it is it was a fantastic condition. I don't think the guy ever wore the watch, but if he didn't, I do. The only downside was it came on a black strap that didn't. It looked great, but it didn't look right. So I found a authentic Breitling blue strap and buckle and purchased it. And I'm very happy with this watch. And this was a Grail watch for me, so very proud to own that watch. I have, as you can see, 3 Squales. I'll just go over them real quick. My first Squale Squalus, they're all 1521s. There is the 1545, and I have owned a couple of those in the past, but I don't really like that case and style as much as I like the 1521s. My first one is this gorgeous azul, or blue, with the polished case, and you can see it's been worn a little bit. It got a few scratches on it, but that's okay. That's okay. And I saw this watch for the first time on the Urban Gentry channel, and TGV was just, waxing poetic about the watch. And I love blue. Blue is my favorite color, followed very closely by orange. I have the blue. I have a little orange there in the minute hand. It wears and looks fantastic. I paired it up with a collar leather strap. I love collar straps. You'll see a lot of my watches on collar because in addition to being very soft and supple, they smell fantastic. I love it. My next 1521 was, as you guessed, by looking at it, the Lion Shark. This was the one of 100 1521s that TGV commissioned and worked with Squalus to produce. You can see it has the TGV Lion Shark script up there along with his family crest, whereas up here you can see it had the Squalus. Whoops, sorry, upside down. You see it said Squalus up there, but here it has the same Squalus logo at the 6 o'clock, but at the 12 o'clock it's quite different. So it has this unique red bezel. It's got a little damage. Now, I did buy this secondhand. I am the second owner. The first owner, nice guy, lived in Mexico. He was very honest and upfront about the little scratches at the 6 o'clock position. Doesn't bother me. If Squalus did produce a new replacement bezel, I'd probably buy one just to do it, but it doesn't bother me. I don't think it detracts from the watch at all. And yes, by the way, you probably are tapping away on your keyboards right now. I do keep my crowns unscrewed until I wear them. I've gone over that before. That's due to not wanting to put too much wear and tear on the threads, because I do adjust these from time to time. And until I wear one, there's no need to have this thing screwed down. I picked this one up about a year ago, around Christmas 2018. This is one of their Ondas. Onda? Yeah. Which means wave, I believe. This is the Azul, they call it. There are other ones. There's more of a purplish dial with this bezel, and there's also the purplish dial with a black bezel, and those are really nice, but I didn't get those. I got this one, and I love these. All these 1521s wear beautifully. By the way, wristwatch check. I'm wearing my Zelos ZX7 Timascus on a collar strap. Love it. My next two watches are my Doxas. I didn't lay them out in the right order, but this is my first Doxa. This is one of the sub 750Ts. They don't make these anymore. This is the professional line. Now, for those of you that are not Doxa enthusiasts, orange faces are professionals. The blue faces are Caribbeans. There's also, which I've owned before, the black, which is the Shark Hunter. I've also owned a yellow one, which are very rare. Those are the Diving Stars. The silver ones, which are the Sea Ramblers, which I owned, and I've sold all three of those before. And then there's the newest one, the kind of the turquoise Project Aware, which I also owned one of those, but I sold off. This one is one of the commemorative watches. This is released right around the time that the movie Sahara was released. It was a movie starring Matthew McConaughey playing Dirk Pitt. It was based off of the Clive Cussler book of the same title, Sahara. As you may or may not know, Cussler's main character in all of in his original series of books, and he's written over 4 or 5 dozen by now. But his original character was a guy named Dirk Pitt, and one of his many characteristics that made him unique was he always wore an orange Doxa dive watch. Now, I've had this watch, according to the card in its canister, since 2006. This is one of the original watches that I ever bought that was a serious watch. And I've kept it in very good shape, I think. I'll let you be the judge. Now, later on in 2007, I acquired a somewhat of a unicorn watch for Doxa GMT. They definitely don't make this one anymore. This is a sub 750 GMT in the Caribbean watch face. And you can see the GMT track inboard, and it's moved around by this crown. You adjust the GMT hand with the main crown. Solid dive watch. Both the Doxas are serious, solid dive watches, and really in great shape. And they just keep going. I mean, I think I've sent them both in for just cleaning and maintenance once since I've had them since 06 and 07, and they've kept going. Pardon me. Next watch is my Comet. You may remember from the video that I made on this watch, the Comet chronograph was a Kickstarter campaign project started by the owner of the company, Bevin, yes. And you can get the most of the details on the video I did with this watch. Unfortunately, the campaign didn't fund successfully. And I had been I was backer number 5. I was enthused about this watch ever since I saw this specific colorway. Gulf Racing color scheme of the light blue with the orange has been a favorite of mine forever. If you look back at one of my other videos, I think it was my man cave video, you'll see a lot of die-cast cars in a collection I have, and a lot of them are in this colorway that I really love. And I backed the campaign hoping to get this watch, or one of them. I was heartbroken when the campaign didn't fund, and I kept in contact with Bevin, and he agreed eventually to sell me the prototype of this watch. I hope he tries again, and I hope he tries to do another campaign and make it successful, because this is a really nice watch. And this is the strap it would have been on, and it works beautifully. It's a quartz watch, so there's no winding or anything like that. It is a beautiful quartz. It was a relatively inexpensive watch. It's highly accurate. The chronograph works fantastic. It's just a nice looking watch. It's great to wear. And I was really, really happy when he agreed to sell it to me. And I'm very happy to have it. Okay, over here, let's go over here first. I have 2 glycines. They're both combat subs. This one I saw a picture of a long time ago and just said, I have got to have that watch. It took me 6 months to find one of these. They make a lot of these, and people who own them held on to these things like they were made out of gold. But eventually found a guy who was trying to fund another watch, and he agreed to sell it to me at a price that didn't offend me and didn't offend him. I am a sucker for orange and blue watches. So you'll see in my videos that I have quite a few of them. This is representing my favorite college football team, the Florida Gators. Let the hate begin down in the comments section. Beautiful watch, really thin for what it is. These combat subs are not very thick watches, but they really are solid feeling pieces, and they work really well, and they keep great time for even though they're automatics. And I just love that sunburst effect that you can see in the dial. Just a lovely watch. And I've had my eye, as I said in the video when I bought this, I've had my eye on the Golden Eye version of this watch for a while now, and I finally found one. I finally found a place where they were selling them at a really good price, and I could not walk away from it at that point, and I picked up a Golden Eye. So now I have two. And let's see, now I have some of my more higher end, quote unquote, watches. Let's see. Picked up this Tudor. This is a Tudor Heritage chronograph in orange and blue. They also make this thing in black and silver, I think. But this is the orange and blue one. I had to have an orange and blue one, of course. Beautiful watch. I decided to pair it with a Collareb blue leather strap instead of the bracelet. I don't know why. I love bracelets, but somehow this thing just cried out for a blue strap. And I decided to heed the cry. And it smells good, too. Anyway, so Tudor Heritage Chrono. Love this watch. And it wears very comfortably. And by the way, some of the really big games the Florida Gators won in 2019 were won while I was wearing this watch. So hopefully it's a good luck charm. Let's skip that one. No, I'll go ahead and do it. This one is an, oops, upside down again, sorry. This one is an Omega Planet Ocean. This one was a, this one and this one were both originally watches that belonged to my father, who is still alive at this point, and thank God. I would really miss him if he wasn't. He decided that he wanted a different version of this watch. He didn't want to sell it. He wanted me to have it, so he bequeathed it to me. And really a solid piece. I'm not a big fan of fitted straps, but this one and this one over here, I'll get to that in a minute. These are so comfortable and just fit so well into the case, and they integrate so well, and they have such a high comfort level that you don't even notice that there's no look, there's no flex up there. I mean, all the flex is down here. There's no flex up here. From here up, there's no movement, but it's so bloody comfortable, and the watch looks just so good. And one of the most sublime bezel actions that you'll ever encounter, short of a Rolex, is right here in the Omega. Not that the Tudor isn't bad either, but that's a really nice one. And then this one is also one that my dad just didn't want to wear this watch anymore. He felt it was a little bit goofy, and he likes a thinner watch anyway. But you know, I mean, look at it. It's an adult fidget spinner. This is a Perlay, like Chevrolet, only Perlay. P-E, and there it is. P-E-R, I can't read it. P-E-R-R-E-L-E-T, something like that. Anyway, you can read it. I can't see it in my viewfinder. Not a very common watch, that's for sure. I had to get a new rubber strap because these are cuttable, as you can see there and there. These are cuttable, so the original strap was cut for my father, so obviously that wasn't going to work. So it took a while to find a new one of these that I could cut on my own for me. But There you go. I got a good spin on that one. This is one that's called a turbine for obvious reasons. But it's really a comfortable watch. I'm not a big fan of rubber straps, but this one somehow just works. And it doesn't really lend itself. I tried it on a leather collar reb for a while. It doesn't really lend itself well to a leather strap that isn't keyed for this case design. So thank God the rubber strap is comfortable. Anyway, that is my state of the collection for all watches that are not Seiko and not Zelos. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy the video, how about a thumbs up? Go ahead and click that thumbs up button. I appreciate that when you do that. Comments, questions, suggestions below. I'm sure this video is going to generate quite a few comments and more than one or two questions. Go ahead and put them in below. I read them all. I respond to them all. If you're nasty and you're obscene and you're a troll, I'll delete you and I'll block you because, that's not what this channel is about. If you're not already a subscriber and you'd like to, go ahead and subscribe. I appreciate my subscribers. I really do. I try and give them good entertainment and good facts and information. I'd really appreciate if you click that subscribe button and click the bell icon next to it, and so you're informed when I make new video content. And share the video around, tell your friends about it, have them become subscribers to help me grow my channel. So that's it. Video State of the Collection 2020 video number 1 is in the can. I'm sorry this ran almost 30 minutes, but that averages out to about 2 minutes a watch, so that's not too bad. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video.